Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Before we start our presentation, let me introduce our title first. It is Disease Management with Regulation, Culture, Control, and Resistant Plant Varieties. Next. Our member is M. Arkanuddin Hanif, NIM 80, Sena Aji Prasetia, NIM 90, Agil Kurnia Dewanto, NIM 94, Aloula Galuh Mehak, NIM 119, Nadia Octakusuma Sari, NIM 125, Agustina Diva Saniya, NIM 129, dan Romandon Wahyu, NIM 130.
Disease management with regulation. Sustainable agricultural cultivation system. The explanation of Law Number 22 of 2019 concerning the sustainable agricultural cultivation system says that the sustainable agricultural cultivation system as part of agriculture is essentially the management of living natural resources in producing agricultural commodities in order to better and sustainably meet human needs by maintaining sustainably environment. The sustainable agricultural cultivation system aims to increase and expand the diversification of agricultural product. The sustainable agricultural cultivation system is carried out by taking into account the carrying capacity of ecosystem, climate change mitigation, and adaptation as well as environmental sustainably in order to realize an advanced, efficient, resilient, and sustainable agricultural system.
According to Law Number 12, years 1992, plant cultivation system is a system of development of and utilization plant natural resource through human effort with capital, technology, and other resources produce goods to meet better human needs. In an effort to increase the income and standard of living of farmer as well as to expand the distribution of business opportunities and employment opportunities. The government takes steps that encourage the growth of mutually beneficial cooperation between small-scale and large-scale business. Pre-planting, planting, plant maintenance, harvest and post-harvest, handling as one of stages of activities in plant cultivation that needs to be regulated in such a way so that it can future improve quality, reduce loss rates, extend shelf life, increase usability, and increase the value of crop cultivation. With the reason as stated above, this law has drafted with the aim of providing a legal basis for the system of plant cultivation.
And the next is eradication. Eradication of pathogens, according to AC, is elimination of pathogens that have entered an area of crop before causing disease or before spreading more widely. Meanwhile, another meaning of eradication from the Big Indonesian Dictionary is the total destruction of plant parts down to the roots that are attacked by a disease or the entire host to eradicate a disease. Eradication can be done in the form of one is partial eradication, that the infected plants parts are destroyed, and the second is total eradication, means that all of the affected plants are destroyed, and the third is super total eradication, means that all affected plants in the field are destroyed. Next. And the next is agricultural quarantine. Agricultural quarantine has a very important role, where the main task is to protect the wealth of natural resources, especially protecting agriculture from the threat of attack by plant-disturbing organisms and animal diseases that endanger agricultural production and human health. In Indonesia, there is an agricultural quarantine agency. In bahasa Indonesia is called Badan Karantina Pertanian and abbreviated as Barantan, which is under the Ministry of Agriculture of Republic of Indonesia. Next.
Animal, fish, and plant quarantine in Law Number 21 of 2019 concerning animal, fish, and plant quarantine, which is referred to as animal, fish, and plant quarantine or quarantine, is a system to prevent entry, exit, and spread of quarantine, animal pests and diseases, quarantine fish pests and diseases, and quarantine plant disturbing organism, and supervision or control over food safety and food quality, feed safety and feed quality, genetically engineered products, genetic resources, biological agents, invasive foreign species, wild plants and animals, as well as endangered plants and animals imported into the distribution of from one area to another, and or remove it from the territory of the United States of the Republic of Indonesia. This law was drafted with the aim of first, prevent the release of plant disturbing organism, fish disturbing organism, and animal disturbing organism from the territory of the Republic of Indonesia. Second, prevent the entry and spread of biological agents, invasive foreign species, which have the potential to disrupt human, animal, fish, plant health, and environmental sustainability. Third, prevent the entry of food or feed that is not in accordance with safety and quality standards. Fourth, prevent the release of wild plants and animals, as well as endangered plants and animals from the territory of the Republic of Indonesia. Fifth, protect the sustainability of Indonesia's genetic resources in the form of animals, fish, and plants to be used sustainably and responsibly. Six, prevent the entry of plant disturbing organisms, fish disturbing organisms, and animal disturbing organisms from abroad into the territory of the Republic of Indonesia. And the last one is prevent the spread of plant disturbing organism, fish disturbing organism, and animal disturbing organism from one area to another within the territory of the Republic of Indonesia.
Next, disease management with culture control. Culture control is control of plant disturbing organisms with more emphasis on the way the farmers grow their crops. Controlling plant disturbing organisms with culture control aims to suppress the emergence of plant disturbing organisms, reduce the population and fix the life cycle of this plant disturbing organisms, and protect plants naturally from attack plant disturbing organisms. Culture control has several advantages, including the criteria for a good cropping function to suppress the emergence of plant disturbing organisms, minimizing production costs, maintaining natural balance, and preserving natural enemies and predators. However, cultural control also has drawbacks, including not all farmers are interested in applying the cropping pattern simultaneously and according to the recommendation and requires high preference and discipline among farmers to implement this cropping pattern.
Next is culture control mechanism. One is sanitation. By cleaning the remain of plant can break the disease and avoid attacking other plant. In principle, the sanitation technique is carried out by clearing the line of the remains and the plant stem or other plant part left behind after the harvest. The way can be done is to destroy the remaining disease the plant. The best way to destroy this plant is by burning. And number two is using healthy and pathogen-free soil. The use of healthy soil is intended so that the soil used from plant cultivation is free from pathogen or germ, so the plant do not contract disease from the soil. The third is crop rotation. Crop rotation and the crop regulation by planting non-host plant can stop the spread of disease and overcome the spread of disease in plant. By doing crop rotation, I am to avoid the accumulation of pathogen by planting resistant or non-host plant of disease. In addition, it can also leave the vacant and unplanned in order to stop the spread of plant disease. And number four is using healthy seed. Use of healthy seed can be in the form of seed in the are from area of pathogen. Healthy seed can be obtained from healthy plant from disease or free areas. Then the seed that have been obtained from healthy plant are infested by storage, heating and with chemical. And number five is adjusting planting time. And the last one is using the right method of using fertilizer to avoid pathogen attack. Next.
And the last one is disease management with resistant plant varieties. Management plant disease with resistant plants is the control of pests and disease by planting plants that are resistant to pests and plant disease. This control is an effective, inexpensive, and less harmful way to the environment. Resistant plant varieties are varieties that have characteristics that support the plant to avoid or recover from pest attack that can cause damage to other varieties that are not resistant to this pest. The advantage of using this to control pests are it is harmless and requires relatively low cost, easy to apply in conjunction with other control methods, and can inhibit the development of insects that act as disease vector. The disadvantage of using this to control pests are limited genetic resource, and it takes a long time to get resistant varieties, about 6 until 10 years.
Thank you very much for your attention. I think that's for all. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.